A magical day to you. Welcome to your weekly oracle card reading for the week of February 13th through to February the 20th. And we're entering into the week of Valentine's Day, you guys. The week of love. And not just romantic love, but all forms of love are celebrated on the 14th of February, St. Valentine's Day. It can be the love of your children, the love from your spouse, the love of your deceased loved ones from heaven. All love is valid and matters and has value. So if you're single, don't worry about it. You are still being surrounded in love right now. I can feel it. The air is so full of love right now. We just came out of a full moon in Leo, which is full of heart-centered energy, and now we're heading into Valentine's Day. Hello, it's the week of love. I'm so excited. And as we talk about love, the angels are really emphasizing a message for me today of community, a sense of community where we connect with other people and we don't isolate ourselves, especially at this time of love, when we come together in community and we support each other, especially those of us who believe in angels, then we become stronger and more powerful. You know, we're exchanging energy with people all the time. And if you can heed this message of joining a community of other like-minded individuals, this will really buoy your faith as well as buoy the faith of others. Now, of course, for all of my students, my angel heart practitioners, as I love to call them, we have a beautiful group on Facebook where people participate and practice their readings on each other. And then they get up through the accreditation levels, and they're getting, more certificates and higher levels of accuracy for their readings and all that good stuff. But what is so blessed in that group is they support one another. They give each other faith. They give each other messages. And so a lot of the strife and suffering that they used to be burdened with has now been lifted because they have that support with each other. Jesus said where two or more are gathered, God is amidst. So please be in a community this week, and, for all your days, find a community that fits for you. Okay? Because when you do that, you get better and more angel miracles can come upon you. Let's get into your weekly oracle card reading. I'm using the Romance Angels Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue because there is as well romantic energy in the air, and I want to speak to that today, as well as community for all of us. So I'm going to shuffle some cards for the beginning, middle, and end of the week. And again, I can feel a beautiful love energy. It's definitely in my heart, and it's growing and getting bigger with this week. And also, Archangel Michael says, remember to enjoy the love that you have with your children. Oh God, children have this unconditional love for their parents. And well, most of the time, but even if it's covered up with pain, just remember that love is there. So go for the gold, go for the love this week. All right, let's stop shuffling as I'm being guided to. Always listen to your angels. Remember, every time you listen and you follow guided action, a miracle always follows. So let's take a look at what messages you're guided to take at the beginning of the week for Monday, February 13th, and also 14th, Valentine's Day. And it says it is safe for you to love. Do you feel like you've been hurt before? Do you have some walls up that are kind of pushing people away and loved ones away? Well, this is a beautiful message from your angels at the beginning of the week that's letting you know that it is safe for you to love, even if you have been hurt before. Archangel Michael's saying it's safe for you to open up. And the first person that you're thinking of, the first person that comes into your mind, that's the person that you need to open up your heart to, okay? So this is a beautiful reminder at the beginning of the week to open up your heart and take risks. Because even if you do get hurt, all the pain is still better than the regret that you'll have for not going for it in your relationship. Okay, let's go to the middle of the week for Wednesday and Thursday and see what the angels have to say. Boom, unrequited love. And the card says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. What do they mean when you pull this card? Chemistry is so important. So sometimes relationships can get boring or stagnant because there's no play, there's no innocence, there's no fun. So engage in some activities to keep the chemistry going. Have a game night, or, when you're texting people, be playful. Don't just be so serious all the time. Use emojis, and sending the energy of love from the angels is another great way. So, and this may also be an indication that that relationship just doesn't have the chemistry right now. Now, Archangel Gabriel is piping up and is saying that sometimes relationships plateau, and where the energy is there some days and other days it's not. The angels reassure you that it's okay. There just may not be chemistry towards the end of the week, but don't lose faith and don't lose hope in your relationships. All relationships plateau, and it's okay. Okay? Okay. Let's move on to the end of the week. We're moving to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the end of the week. What card did we pull? Boom, deception. Now, this can happen in relationships where we wear a false mask, right? In the relationship where we're kind of hiding. Sometimes we hide behind charm, but other times people can be misleading you in a relationship. So this card is coming for you to be totally honest with your partner, because even if it's the other person or the partner in your relationship who's being deceiving, when you show up with the truth of who you are, then the other person's mask has to fall off. And this doesn't mean that this is the demise of your relationship. I mean, it could spell that. And if you feel that that's resonating for you right now, and I pulled this card, then that message is for you. It might be time for your relationship to dissolve. But for others, this card might be a sign that you have to show up with the truth of who you are. Because there's an old saying, and that is, and I use this quite a lot, that if you don't show up with the truth of who you are, people will fall in love with who you are not. That says it all. Okay, I'm going to give you the boom, the exclamation mark. Make an effort. My mom used to say, make an effort, Julie. And I'd be like, oh, I don't like this person, or I don't want to visit, such and such a, extended family member. And my mom would say, Julie, make an effort. And she would also say that sometimes the people that deserve love the least are those who need it the most. And she is so right. Thank you, Mom, for that beautiful message. Make an effort. Sometimes people can be difficult and be challenging, but if you make that effort, it will come back to you. Just remember, this is a year of number one energy, and whatever energy you infuse into your relationships and into your situations is automatically going to be returned to you, right? And that kind of love that we're talking about is unconditional love, also known as agape love. Agape love is that charity. Think of charity. When you're donating clothes, you're just giving it to them. You're not asking for anything in return, right? This week, my daughter and I dumped a bunch of clothes off, and dumping more off today, as we're just cleaning out our closets, as well as cleaning out a lot of our old patterns of behavior. And that charity is unconditional. We don't want anything back for that. We just want to bless people with those clothing. And it's the same thing in love. You may just want to bless somebody with love, and they may not be able to give it back to you. Now, I want to be really clear. I'm not talking about being engaged in a one-sided relationship. No, those are like, stay away from those. That is not at all what I mean. What I mean is there are people in our lives that we can't help but be connected to, like relatives, or sometimes our children or parents, or sometimes our partners are going through a challenging time. And we have to give that love that is unconditional. That is called agape love. That is the love that is above all other love. And then there's other types of love that go beneath that, and romance is somewhere in the middle, because romance can sometimes be confused with lust and bliss and playfulness. It's still a very healthy energy, though, the angels are saying. It's still very healing and very necessary. But agape love, the love that we have for our children and sometimes our parents, and I know that I tell all my angel card readers to have for whomever they're reading, because it affords you the ability to see the truth of who a person is and the ability to see their angels. That love is the most important love that we could focus on this week. So no matter what your relationship status is, try to have agape love this week. And speaking of the word agape, some of you are like, I knew she was going to go there with that. I actually have a workshop called Agape Angels, and that's coming up on February the 25th. I'm so excited. Now, what are agape angels, right? Julie, what are you talking about? Of course, all angels are agape, aren't they? Well, all angels are unconditionally loving. Of course, there are 8 archangels who work very closely with healers and the rest of humanity that help to elevate more specifically in certain areas than some of the other angels. And when you take this workshop, this 2-day yummy workshop where you learn how to work with these agape angels to heal others as well as yourself, you'll learn their names, who they are, and what their functions are. So for more information about that or to book your private angel reading with me, please visit juliespiritualhealer.com. And just remember that you are your angel's highest priority. Sending you angel love, light, and flight. Mwah! God bless you, and happy Valentine's Day.